He was so broke he had to rely on handouts just to eat. But the moment a soccer ball rolled to his feet, it was like all his troubles vanished. He started juggling it effortlessly in the middle of the street, completely lost in the game. The boy only snapped out of it when he tossed the ball back. The kids around him had no idea they'd just witnessed the birth of a future soccer star, and his skills went far beyond that. Since childhood, Santiago had loved the game. Every time he finished helping his dad with work, he'd rush to the park to play pickup. But when he tried to step onto the field, the ref yelled at him. Shin guards were a luxury he could never afford. But then Santiago noticed a trash can nearby. He tore up some cardboard boxes and stuffed them into his socks. This crude disguise fooled the ref. Once he got on the field, it was like watching Messi. A Marseille turn to shake off a defender, a step over to blow past two more, slicing through the entire back line all on his own. Then a deft chip and a perfect volley, the ball rocketing into the net like a missile. The other coach was livid, but a British scout in the stands was intrigued, and his instincts were sharp. He immediately saw both the boy's brilliance and his flaws. Before the scout could finish pointing it out, Santiago did it again, breaking through the defense and scoring. This time, it was the scout who was stunned. Scoring like that under heavy pressure proved the kid had extraordinary talent. As soon as the match ended, he approached Santiago, promising to bring a team agent to his next game. If he played as well as today, he'd almost certainly land a trial. And that was Santiago's dream. He ran home to tell his father, but his dad laughed it off. To him, only the rich got to chase dreams. Santiago silently agreed. They had been born in a Mexican slum, marked by poverty from day one. When Santiago was 8, his father risked everything to sneak the family across the border into America, the land of opportunity. But the truth was harsh. Without legal papers, his father had to scrape by, hiring undocumented workers to mow lawns and wash cars for wealthy families. Santiago himself worked at a Chinese restaurant scrubbing dishes. Even so, he pinched every penny, saving for his dream fund. He believed soccer could be his way out, and now the chance was finally here. He wasn't about to let it slip. That Saturday, he played his heart out at the town match. Step-overs, flashy ball control, precise shots. He wanted out of this life more than anything. But the so-called agent never came. He was lounging by a pool instead. Santiago only learned after the game that they were flying back to England the next day. Everything was gone. His father had been right. The boy's spirit dimmed before the scout's eyes, and the man couldn't take it. He couldn't watch this talent vanish. Using his connections as a former Newcastle player, he called the club owner himself. Putting his reputation on the line, he begged until they agreed to give Santiago a trial. And with that, Santiago's life quietly began to change. The next morning, right before boarding the plane, he shared the good news with Sunday. After all, Newcastle was a top-tier English team, and if Sunday could get in, it would completely change his life. But his father wasn't supportive. In his eyes, dreams were a luxury only the rich could afford.